Dallas 4 changes to the side, beaten 5-0 at San Diego. In comes Michael Colledy in goals. Nolan Norris gets a start. Bernard Kamungo and Siki in Sabaleng. Martin Paz, Anderson Julio and Pedrinho on the bench. And Sebastian Ibiaga not suiting up. For AV Alta, 3 changes from the side that lost narrowly at Las Vegas. Denzel Smith, also a change in goalkeeping there for Carlos Aviles, the former Dallas keeper. Miguel Pajaro, the captain, starts. Osvaldo Leyes there on the bench. Jimmy Villalobos and Adam Umesh.
Just about ready to kick off. Sergei Demyanchuk is our center referee, and we are underway. Cream kits on the road for AV Alta, and the red and blue kits for FC Dallas at home. Toyota Stadium, again, Gary Bailey, Maura Sheridan, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. It's an MLS side, FC Dallas, against a USL League One team in AV Alta. This is the first year ever, too, in competition for AV Alta. Already 3 wins to get here. And for FC Dallas, they enter the competition for the first time in 2025. But a storied history in this tournament for FC Dallas. This is a 26 overall US Open Cup appearance. AV Alta on the move. Looking for a foul, gonna get one.
This is a real fairy story match for AV Alta, expansion side in the League One. So never having played an MLS team before, never played in the Open Cup, only a handful of games behind them. But they have made great progress getting as far as they have, and they beat Orange County from USL League and a very decent Orange County side in the last round. So this is a team that knows how to fight. And as coach Eric Quill said, this is AV Alta's World Cup. They play aggressive and bold football, and they're going to try and throw the kitchen sink at us.
Well, this AV Alta team, coached by Brian Claben, of course, in his first season at the helm of this new club. USL League One expanded a lot. 5 new teams in that league this year, 2025. Rising for it. And punch back to the midfield. Abubakar. Michael Collody is the keeper for FC Dallas tonight. He's played 1 game over the course of the MLS regular season.
We're interested to see how FC Dallas perform here. They've made 4 changes to the side, beaten 5-0 by San Diego. Maura in that match, they played 3 at the back. That ended the Inter Miami match with 3 at the back, and it seemed to work a charm, but when they started against San Diego, they got absolutely pulled apart. Now they're back to their normal back 4.
That was a very surprising result for FC Dallas and Eric Quill.
He said, sorry to interrupt, he said we got humbled in that match against San Diego.
Played wide on across, there's a chance and a goal! Acosta! FC Dallas takes the lead right away. Lucho Acosta.
That's a good finish. It's a well-built goal. We're just talking about how they had to bounce back from that San Diego hammering. And this is the best way to do it. Go 1-0 up in the first few minutes. Something that Eric Quill said he wanted to do was to high press AV Alta to scare them.
Well, Acosta, 3 goals in the regular season for this FC Dallas team. He is a regular starter, 75 goals in his MLS career, 97 assists, and was the MLS MVP in 2023. Now, this is a pretty strong starting 11 for Eric Quill, trying to send a message. But one thing he mentioned is he kind of feels like this team plays better from behind. So he wants to challenge them and see how they play with a lead. And, well, they have a lead early in this one against AV Alta.
Yeah, they've been very good coming back from behind. Even against Inter Miami, they were 3-1 down and came back to win that as the shot comes in. Oh,
that one almost slips through. Collody able to grab, but a good chance there for AV Alta. Alaribe.
That was a lucky one there from Michael Collody, obviously coming in and trying to prove that he can challenge Martin Paz, but that one slipped almost through his hands, hit the post and came back to him. So Hopefully he's got that one out the way and he can focus on keeping a clean sheet from here as far as FC Dallas are concerned. Of course, if you're an AV Alta fan, you want to somehow fight your way back into this match, as they have done before in previous rounds of the Open Cup. So don't write them off as yet.
Couple players down, including one for AV Alta.
And that's why I say, if you're an FC Dallas fan, don't assume that this is going to be an easy game or that this 1-0 scoreline will become 2 and 3. It could possibly, of course. It's an MLS side at home. But at the same time, they've got a certain pedigree, these AV Alta players. And if you look at Miguel Pajaro himself, signed from Colombia, was playing at a decent level in Colombia there. So these players have played enough professional football to know how to win games.
AV Alta plays in Lancaster, California. It's about an hour and a half away from LA. And that picture with the shower cap look might go up in their stadium, I would imagine. Already a classic moment in their very young history. Pajaro on the reset for AV Alta. Gave up a goal in the 3rd minute as we're just 15 minutes into this match. Pajaro, 24 years old. That one bumped off of Farrington, who muscles it away. Now plays through the middle. Logan Farrington weaving through defenders, and it's ripped away. Lay does well there for AV Alta. Breaking lines played long, way too long. Trying to catch the keeper off his line. He's off. It's a goal. What a smart play for AV Alta. It's Lay. Wow.
Unbelievable. From so far out, and it bounces over Michael Collodi's head. Osvaldo Lay, taker by the 22-year-old Panamanian. Just the vision and then the belief. So you can see the keeper's off his line, steadies himself, hits it, goes.
Haitian international. Again, straight to net, punched away by Collodi this time.
It's not a bad free kick. It's just put into that corridor of uncertainty between goalkeeper and defenders. Keeper's got to come, and he's got to make sure the punch is high, otherwise you punch it into the back of your defender's head and into your goal. So forcing the keeper to make a decent save there, or decent intervention anyway.
Martinez, Pajaro, and Smith. Denzel Smith from Trinidad and Tobago. Just played one regular season game in 45 minutes for this AV Alta team.
He has played in World Cup qualifiers, though, for Trinidad and Tobago. Wilmer Martinez has played internationally 24 times for El Salvador. So, as I said, some players in this AV Alta side with some good experience.
Curled up for Blancas. Headed down by Norris instead. Yeah, Smith has played against some really good opponents. El Salvador, U.S. men's national team, Jamaican men's national team, while with Trinidad and Tobago. It's collected wins against those teams as well. Not to bring up a sore subject for some U.S. men's national team fans. Norris. Collodi. Acosta. Kamungo. Abubakar. Moore. Making an underlapping run. And Sabeling. Moves towards the middle. Picks up speed. And he's tackled. It's tackled away, excuse me. Alaribe. Into space, too far. Ramiro, the Brazilian. Kamungo. And again, defense stays strong. Pajaro for AV Alta.
Good defender, Pajaro. I said early on, he's played football at a very high level in Colombia. Was brilliant against Orange County. So it's a tough night up front for those forwards. They're not getting much joy trying to get past that AV Alta defense.
Kaik. Gotta be careful there. Alisson is already on a yellow. Nice ball. Here's a shot. Kaik! The Brazilian scores. FC Dallas leads again.
Good finish from Kaik once he got through. We're just saying they hadn't got behind the defense. Well, they did there. Lovely little through ball. And Kaik tucks that away, gives the goalkeeper absolutely no chance whatsoever. Denzel Smith, it's got power and it's got strength behind it, but it was here.
Moore to Farrington. Norris. And there's the whistle to end the first half. 2-1 the score. FC Dallas with a lead over AV Alta. It's been an exciting first half between these two teams.
And a chance for Show to add to the 28 minutes he played against San Diego in the last match. He can now get a full 45 minutes here today.
AV Alta starts with the ball. We are underway in the second half. US Open Cup. We need to have a winner in this game. And the winner will move on to the round of 16.
He said, but that's not the way to keep playing. When you have to, you have to. So this would have been, I'm pretty sure, would have come up in his halftime talk as we're 2-1 up. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 4. Let's get into the habit of winning games. And when we're in the lead, extending those leads. So let's see if they can live up to their managers' or their coach's wishes here tonight.
Joe Ramiro for FC Dallas. Abubakar. Norris. Acosta. Lovely ball ahead. Kamungo just can't get there.
That's a bit sharper from FC Dallas. We didn't see enough of that first half, I felt, as we get some scores coming through. Orlando City thumping Tampa Bay Rowdies there. Minnesota just ahead of Lou City, but first half just felt there wasn't enough incisive play up front. And hopefully now, from an FC Dallas point of view, we can see more of that in the second half.
Acosta, heavy touch. Back with AV Alta. Desjun. Leaves it wide. Cruz. Martinez. And a shot for Lay. And he's just over the crossbar. He's the player that scored.
There's no way really that Michael Collodi can get beaten by there if he's focused and concentrating. In the end, FC Dallas, half of the pitch, they really do believe in this high press and trying to dominate teams. Obviously, it's been very difficult against an MLS side, but when they get the opportunity, they're a brave side. And I think huge credit to Brian Claiborne for the way he's set up his team to play.
Well, you see a lot of teams adjust to MLS sides because they feel like they have to in these Open Cup games. But I think it's been fun to watch AV Alta just stick to their identity in this one.
It's something Brian Claiborne said. It doesn't matter who we play, what we do, we will always play the same way. You see a little bit of a knock there.
A player down for FC Dallas. And Sabaling.
His first start of the year, as we mentioned, and a chance for him to prove himself. Eric Quill saying he's worked really hard.
XG is still 0.22.
I don't think they're too worried about creating chances. They're just trying to stay in this match until the last 10, 15 minutes. Then we might see them throw a few things forward.
Villalobos steps on Kaik.
Remember also they didn't play on the weekend, so they've got those extra rested legs, have AV Alta.
Collodi. Martinez. Desjun. Makes a defender miss. Tap to him. And it's a foul. Abubakar. He's frustrated, but he was late. And it's going to be a free kick, just a step outside the box for AV Alta.
It's giving Eric Quill a headache there. He knows how dangerous this free kick could be on the edge of the box. He doesn't get the ball, I don't think. I mean, it looks like it's a free kick there. Have a look, goes there, doesn't get the ball, gets the player, Abubakar, and that's, for me, is good enough for the free kick. So, and it's a dangerous one. You can get it over the wall near post. You can even aim for the goalkeeper's side. So some work here for Michael Collodi and company to do.
Martinez, Desjun, Blancas was up there as well for AV Alta. It's Martinez with his left foot, punched away. Collodi denies.
Have a look at that free kick again. Over the wall, bending in. Goalkeeper was already on his way. I think he read it nicely. Gets across, away from any dangerous areas. Nice free kick there from Martinez.
Another set piece, though, for AV Alta. A corner kick on the way. Towards the back post, through the air, opportunity for a second ball. Writhing in pain, twice. There was a sub at the start of the half, and Show coming in for Shaq Moore. Alaribe, switching the point of attack. Blancas. Surging centrally, Martinez again. Desjun. And he's knocked down. Oh, we've spoken so much about these AV Alta players on yellows, but Nsabaling was booked in that first half. Has to be cautious as well.
Again, these set pieces are so important for the lower league sides. They know they won't get as many shots on goal as the MLS team will, but they've got the big guys, the Mastro Antonios and Polivanovs, who can get on the end of a good cross.
Martinez with his left foot curls it up, drops down. Here's a chance, no shot yet. And it takes a deflection. Desjun settles to his right, slips, top of the box, too high. That was a good sequence there for AV Alta, but nothing on frame.
Not a bad shot. Flies over eventually from Jimmy Villalobos. They got in there. The ball, what they did so well was they fought and the ball dropped. Now, once the ball drops, then it's a scramble. Anything can happen. Desdunes just cuts inside the box here, and he plays it back for Villalobos. But you get the sense now that AV Alta in their mind have thought, okay, we're one goal away, 20 minutes left, maybe we should be attacking.
FC Dallas attacks, Kamungo scores! Off the cross! Bernard Kamungo. And it's a 2-goal lead for the MLS side.
Well, as we are praising AV Alta for getting forward, straight down the pitch, the ball comes the other way, and that could be the goal that really puts this game to rest for FC Dallas. Nice play here. Ball. You want to get yourself yellow carded or red carded, and you miss the next game.
Right, they have that Red Bulls game to worry about now. Amic with the card. Might not matter too much, but another one given. It's the final whistle there. FC Dallas, a 3-1 win over AV Alta.